Hi everyone! Today you're going to see everything I ate and drank on day 15 of my Lion diet. I'm Anita and this is my channel where I show you how I've lost 145 pounds following an animal-based ketogenic way of eating. Today I'm going to walk you through my day 15 of Lion diet. I have survived 2 weeks of Lion diet, and you're going to see the whole day from, rolling out of bed in the morning to the last thing I'm going to eat, which I'm about to cook in a few minutes. What is Lion diet? It is ruminant meat only, which is beef, lamb, goat, elk, deer, moose, any type of a herbivore with multiple stomachs. That's the only meat, and then there's water and salt, and that is it. So for 2 weeks now, I've had no coffee, no eggs, no pork, no chicken, no butter, no cheese, no dairy. Beef, salt, and water, basically. Mostly I've had beef and lamb, about half and half. So I'm going to show you the drill. I'm going to show you how I've substituted my coffee. I'm going to show you 2 typical meals. I'm eating twice a day pretty much now. And so we're going to do that now. Good morning. It's 5 a.m. here. I just got up and I am taking my readings this morning. I've decided to do that for Lion diet. Every morning, as soon as I wake up, take my fasting blood glucose. Got my Keto Mojo here. And my ketones. 5.2. I always find it's a little bit higher because of the dawn effect. Usually I'm around 4.7. Okay, ketones. Ketones 1.2. All right, that's pretty good. Usually on normal carnivore, I'm 0.3, 0.5, somewhere in that range. Since doing Lion, it's my morning numbers are higher, so I guess that's good. Okay, I'm going to I have to run outside and get Pippi, so I'm going to pause for a minute here, I guess, before I make my morning bone broth. Okay, so had a little episode with the dogs, but now I am going to make a morning drink. I'm not drinking coffee, and doing pretty good with that. So this is beef jello. I'm out of bone broth, so I'm using the beef jello instead. I'm just going to scoop. It's very concentrated, so I'm going to scoop some into this pot, and then I'll top it up with some hot water. Just in a regular pot. Warm that up. I'm going to make a big mug after I top it off with hot water. Putting my vitamin D3 K2 in it. This is upon request from my doctor after my blood work. I put 4 drops in, and my raw unflavored element is going in. Don't use the flavored ones on Lion. Just melting my jello. There's a few meat fragments in there too, which is fine. I'm all good with that. Today is, if I haven't said it, today is day 15. 2 weeks. Can't believe it. Okay. Simmering. I'm going to pour that in. Topping it up with some freshly boiled water, because it's very concentrated. It's super salty and delicious, actually. Cheers. My hot cup. And we'll see you whenever I'm ready for the first meal. See you later. So that was my new morning routine that you just saw. Now I'm going to take a moment before we start with the other content. I am going to take a moment to thank the sponsors of today's video, which is Element. Element is a super tasty electrolyte drink. I've been using it for a few years. You saw that I put raw Element into my bone broth this morning, and that is actually a great way to do it. It makes it nice and salty. So Element comes in several different flavors. It has a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. You can have it hot, you can have it cold, you can have it in recipes. Right now, Element is offering to my viewers this 8 flavor sample pack. You will get this added to your cart with any purchase from their website. It'll go in automatically when you use my link, which is down below, or you'll see it on the screen. It's drinkelement.com/ketogenic woman. That's drinklmnt.com/ketogenic woman. Thank you, Element, for being the sponsor of today's video. Okay, so I had my bone broth and did a few hours of work. Now I am ready for my first meal. I am going to have leftover brisket. And I just want to, tell you that one of the questions I get a lot is, what do you have for breakfast on Lion Diet? Because I guess a lot of people are used to having, bacon and eggs or something with eggs. And I rarely have that. I almost always have, beef for breakfast. Either steak bites is one of my favorites. This, though, is special. Check out the leftover brisket with that fat cap. There's very few things that are more tasty to me than crispy brisket with the fat gets all crispy. I do it in the air fryer. I imagine you could lay it on a baking sheet and bake it until it gets crispy. It'd probably be the same thing if you don't have an air fryer. I haven't, this is day 15, and I haven't really done much weighing of my food and tracking, but I wanted to track for a week starting today just to get an idea of where I'm falling. And so that's why I'm weighing this now. I just want to see, just so I can fill in my chronometer later on. I gotta take all of these out. All the fat is kind of sticking together. I gotta pry them apart. While I'm prying these apart, I'll start this. I pretty much do everything on the air crisp option at 400. This should take, I think, about 6 minutes to crisp up nicely. I'm at about 8 ounces of brisket here. Add some salt. Okay. Whoa, look at that. I'm gonna call these done. So I was a little worried that I had some thicker pieces and I bumped it up by 2 minutes, but I only really needed 1 minute more. They're done. So there's still a minute left. I'm just going to turn this off. All right, these look good. They are nice and crispy. So your time will depend on how thick they are, because you can see this thicker piece is not as crispy as these other ones. There we are. All right, I am going to go and eat my first meal, and we'll see you guys later for whatever comes next. Okay, so you've seen my first meal of the day. That was pretty filling. It kind of lasted me all day. I didn't have to go looking for anything else. Now I'm going to make something I've never made on any of my videos before, but I have this quite often. This is dried aged sirloin cap steak. I know that right now it doesn't look like much. It might even look a little weird because it looks like it's all dried out, I guess, basically. This has been in my fridge just like this. Got a plate, I've got a little wire rack, and I laid the pieces out on this rack 2 days ago. So it's been going for about 48 hours. And that's about my favorite. 2 to 3 days is my favorite way to have it. Somehow the flavor is intensified. I absolutely love it like this. So I'm going to do it in the air fryer. I do almost everything in the air fryer these days. I just, like, my life is so busy. This is the fastest way for me to cook right now. So I'm going to cut these into just smaller pieces so that they're chunks. This is about 1 pound here. Although now that it's shrunk, I'm thinking it's probably 12 ounces, 13 ounces, something like that. I am just going to go and grab a knife. We'll cut it up and get it going in the air fryer. I'm going to put the air fryer on 400. I keep calling it an air fryer. It's actually an indoor grill, but I love the air fry feature. So I'm putting it on the air fry button, moving it up to 400, and this only needs 5 minutes. When you dry age, the meat that you have afterwards takes less time to cook. So I'm basically just cutting it into strips like that. And you can see how dark it is now too, now that it's aged in the fridge. Just gonna give it a quick weigh. I'm tracking for just this week. I wanna just gauge approximately what I'm having. It's 11 ounces. It was 1 pound, I swear. Just a light sprinkle of salt. I'll be right back to see how that turns out. Okay. Oh, look at that. It never gets old how good these things look. They really taste good too. The other thing I love about this particular steak is how inexpensive it is compared to something like ribeye. It is so much cheaper. Okay, oh, that looks so good. I'm having a little bit of dessert with this. I'm going to have some of my carnivore, or I've been calling them crispy lion bars. They're basically tallow and crispy beef, and I will link the video down below where I made these. These help me keep the fat content reasonable, and it does feel like a little dessert. So I know that some of you might be thinking, oh, these are dark, they're burnt, but I'm going to cut one and show you that no, they're not. So they look dark on the outside because they've been dry aged. So now let's try a bite. I want to run away with this now, but I won't. But only for a moment. We're gonna end this quickly. So that was my day 15. I want to, I'm going to put some links below of some of the things I've been cooking while on Lion Diet. Up till this point today, I've lost 4 pounds and I've lost 4 inches, mostly off my waist and hips. So the other thing is that's really cool is that my ketones in the morning have been consistently between 1 and 1.2, whereas on regular carnivore, I was coming in the mornings at 0.3, 0.5, in that range. So I feel like something's happening. There's some kind of change happening. I'm not someone who's really worried about chasing the ketones. I was a little surprised to see how different they are because I was carnivore before. I was not eating carbs, but yet my ketones were quite low. And now here we are. I'm starting the mornings with much higher ketones, and so that's good. So I will be doing at the end, I will be doing a recap showing all the results for the 30 days. I'm going to try and get Christina back. If you're listening, Christina, come back. She helped me kick off this month, and I'll link that below as well. And thank you for watching, and hope to see you guys soon. Ask any questions if you want about what I'm doing down below, and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks, everybody.
Butt. Did I end that properly? Butt. Okay, well, if you scratch the butt. Yes. Okay, so did it make sense up before the butt? Okay. You're a child. Stop it. Scratch the butt.